Students, let's continue the chapter Chemical Equilibrium, chapter number 12. And in today's lecture, we are going to study first law of mass action. Always remember, student, the scientist's law and definitions should be same to same in your paper or in your exam. So actually what is law of mass action? Always remember, law of mass action is depend on the reactant only. It does not concern with the product. Means in law of mass action we are using only reactant. And in law of mass action we are using actually concentration of reactant. So, what is the law of mass action? The rate of chemical reaction at each instant is directly proportional to the concentration product of all the reactant. Concentration product means multiplication of the concentration of reactant. See here, student, in this reaction A and B both are the reactant. C is the product. So, according to law of mass action, rate is directly proportional to concentration of reactant. Means product of concentration of reactant. Here the product means multiplication product. This square bracket show the concentration term. Whenever you remove the proportion sign, so always we are using constant. Here the K is nothing but a rate constant. So what is the equation? Rate is equal to K concentration of A into concentration of B. This equation is called rate equation and K is called rate constant. The concentration of chemical species always expressed in mole per liter. Means the unit of concentration is mole per liter. So it is the law of mass action. The rate of chemical reaction at each instant is directly proportional to the concentration of reactant. In case of balanced chemical equation means the equation will show more molecules of reactant. Means if we are using the more molecules of reactant, so the concentration is raised to a power equal to the number of molecule of the reactant. Means as soon as we increase the number of molecule, the concentration also increases. Now the next topic in this chapter is equilibrium constant. Students, always remember there are two equilibrium constants. One is Kc. Now what do you mean by Kc? As you all are aware about the K is nothing but a proportionality constant. And C, if we are studying Kc, it means that equilibrium constant at molar concentration. Equilibrium constant at molar concentration. And now, what do you mean by equilibrium constant at molar concentration? So, the definition of Kc is the ratio of product of equilibrium concentration of product to the product of equilibrium concentration of reactant. Means concentration of product divided by concentration of reactant, with the concentration of each substance raised to the power equal to stoichiometric coefficient in the balanced chemical equation. So what is the Kc actually? Concentration of product divided by concentration of reactant. Here we are using reversible reaction. Means double arrow shows the reversible reaction. A and B are the reactant for the forward reaction, C and D are the product for the forward reaction, then C and D both are the reactant for the reverse reaction, and A and B both are the product for the reverse reaction. What do you mean by it? We are having the two rate. One is rate for forward reaction, another is rate for reverse reaction. And you can say in place of reverse reaction, you can say backward reaction also. Either reverse reaction or either backward reaction. So we are having rate of forward reaction as well as we are having rate of reverse reaction. Rate. According to rate law, the rate of reaction is directly proportional to the concentration of reactant. So for the forward reaction, the reactants are A and B. That's why we are using here rate F directly proportional to concentration of A, concentration of B. But for reverse reaction, the reactants are C and D. That's why we are using rate is directly proportional to concentration of C and D. Whenever you remove the proportion sign, so we are using the constant value. For forward reaction, we are using here Kf, and for reverse reaction or backward reaction, we are using here Kr. So we get here two equation 1 and 2. One for rate of forward reaction, another for rate of reverse reaction. Now at equilibrium position, rate of forward reaction is equal to rate of reverse reaction. At equilibrium position, both the rate of reactions are equal. So rate F is equal to rate R. Means what is the value of rate F? Rate F, we get the value from equation 1. Kf, concentration of A into concentration of B. Rate R from equation 2. Kr, concentration of C, concentration of D. Okay. Now collect all the concentration term on one side and constant term on the other side. So we get Kf upon Kr is equal to concentration of C into concentration of D upon concentration of A into concentration of B. And Kf upon Kr is nothing but a Kc. And Kc is called as equilibrium constant at molar concentration. And the formula of Kc is the ratio of concentration of product upon concentration of reactant. So Kc is this formula is for forward reaction. But for reverse reaction, we can say Kc is equal to concentration of A into B upon concentration of C into D. So in generally, what is the Kc? Kc is the equilibrium constant at molar concentration, and Kc is nothing but a ratio of concentration of product upon concentration of reactant. Now consider reversible reaction. Here we are using reversible reaction A, B, B, C, C, D, D, where small a, b, c and d are the coefficient of a, b, c, d. Now we get the formula, or we are having the formula Kc. Kc is equal to concentration of C into concentration of D upon concentration of A raised to A upon concentration of B raised to B. Means Kc is equal to concentration of C raised to C, concentration of D raised to D, concentration of A raised to A, concentration of B raised to B. This formula is for forward reaction, means product upon reactant. This formula we can also write here as for reverse reaction. See here, this is the reverse reaction, and we are using here in place of Kc, we are suppose here K dash C. So what is the formula? K dash C is equal to concentration of A raised to A, concentration of B raised to B upon concentration of C raised to C, and concentration of D raised to D. So we are having two formula for equilibrium constant at molar concentration, one formula for forward reaction and another formula for reverse reaction. Now just see what are the relation between these two formula. So both are the reciprocal of each other. Means K dash C is equal to 1 upon Kc. This equilibrium we can understand, or this equilibrium that occur in Haber process also. In Haber process there is a synthesis of ammonia. Means nitrogen and hydrogen react with each other and form ammonia molecule. It is also a reversible reaction. So for forward reaction we are for forward reaction the formula for equilibrium constant Kc is equal to concentration of NH3. The quantity of NH3 is 2. That's why we are using here 2. Power in the power. Concentration of N2, there is no quantity, means 1. Concentration of H2, there is a quantity 3. That's why we are using here on the power. For the equilibrium reaction, means for the reverse reaction, we are having the formula just opposite to the Kc, means K dash C. So by the Haber process we can understand easily that Kc is nothing but a reciprocal of K dash C. Means Kc and K dash C both are the opposite each other, or both are the reciprocal of each other. Now the next topic is Kp. Kp is also a equilibrium constant at partial pressure. Student, Kc also equilibrium constant, Kp also is equilibrium constant, means we are having two equilibrium constant. One is Kc and another is Kp. Kc is the equilibrium constant at molar concentration. Kp is equilibrium constant at partial pressure. Now, what is partial pressure actually? If we are having a container and in the container we are having a 2 to 3 non-mixing gases, means which does not mix with each other. So, every molecule of the gas collide with the wall of the container. By the collision, there is increase in kinetic energy of the gas. So, every gas molecule, suppose we are having a cylinder and in this cylinder we are having the nitrogen, oxygen and other gases. So, each gas collide with the wall of the container or cylinder and create a pressure. So, this pressure of individual gaseous molecule is known as partial pressure. Now we are having a reaction, means for the reaction which is in the gaseous phase. So the equilibrium constant in the term of partial pressure Kp is equal to, see here what is the changing in the formula of Kc and Kp. See here in Kc we are having the formula concentration of product upon concentration of reactant. Here what we have change here, only the square bracket change into a normal bracket and P means partial pressure is added here. Formula is same. In molar concentration formula square bracket is used and in Kp formula normal bracket is used. In Kp formula partial pressure is added, means P you have to write P. P C raised to C, P D raised to D upon P A raised to A and P B raised to B. Means partial pressure of product upon partial pressure of reactant. Here PA, PB, PC, PD, these all are the partial pressure of A, B, C, D respectively. So it is the another equilibrium constant at partial pressure. Now next topic is relationship between Kp and Kc. Now you are understand what is Kp and what is Kc. We are going to relate Kc and Kp. Here we are using gas phase equation. See, all the reactant and products are in the same phase. Sorry. If all the reactant and product are in the same phase, it means that the reaction is a homogeneous reaction. Now, apply the formula of equilibrium constant at partial pressure, means Kp. The formula is Pc raised to C, Pd raised to D upon Pa raised to A, Pb raised to B. Put this equation number 1. Okay. The partial pressure of each component in the mixture of ideal gas is directly proportional to its concentration. All of you know what is the ideal gas equation? Ideal gas equation is PV is equal to nRT. We are having 4 components A, B, C and D. So first we apply the ideal gas equation formula for component A. So what we get here for component A, we will get PAV is equal to NART. PAV is equal to NART. Clear? Now always remember N upon V. N upon V means number of moles upon V is equal to C. C means concentration. Means concentration is equal to number of mole upon V. So here we are having Na upon V means concentration of A. N upon V means concentration. And concentration of which component? So concentration of A, component A. So in place of Na upon V, we are adding here concentration of A. Student, we are taking here ideal gas equation PV is equal to nRT. What we are doing here, we are doing relationship between Kc and Kp. For this purpose, we are using the formula for equilibrium constant at partial pressure. Then we are using ideal gas equation. In ideal gas equation, PV is equal to nRT. And then we apply this ideal gas equation for the component A. By rearranging the equation, we get N upon V. N upon V means concentration. Now, N upon V means concentration of which component? So, here A is the component. Means Na upon V, in place of Na upon V, we can write Pa is equal to concentration of ART. Similarly, for next component Pb, concentration of BRT. Pc, concentration of CRT, Pd, concentration of DRT. Now see here, in the equation number 1, we are having Pc, Pd, Pa, Pb. Also here we are having formula Pa, Pb, Pc, Pd. So this all the formula, all the value we can put in equation number 1. So what we get, by substitution, we get concentration of CRT into concentration of DRT. Means in place of Pc, we are adding here concentration of CRT. See student, what is the formula actually? Pc raised to C. Power, you have to write the power as it is. There is no change in power. Pc raised to C. So power as you have to write power as it is. Only in place of Pc, you have to write concentration of CRT. Only in place of Pd, you have to write concentration of DRT. D as it is. Only in place of Pa, you have to write concentration of ART and power as it is. Same here, in place of Pb, you have to write concentration of BRT. Now, RT is common in numerator and denominator also. So, you have to common here RT, but always remember power is with the concentration of C, and with RT concentration of D, and with RT concentration of A, and RT concentration of BRT. So you have to write the power with the concentration term and with the RT also. So in a numerator, the whenever you keeping the RT common, so there is C plus D, and in denominator A plus B. Again there are two RT, so we can again common it. RT is common, power Always remember here power in a divide position. So whenever you common the RT, so power is changed into a minus position. Now C plus D minus A plus B. C plus D means product, number of mole of product. A plus B means number of mole of reactant. Means number of mole of product minus number of mole of reactant. Means delta N. The formula of delta N is C plus D minus A plus B. C plus D minus A plus B means number of mole of gaseous product minus number of mole of gaseous reactant. So in place of C plus D minus A plus B, we can write delta N. And this formula, you all are aware about this formula, concentration of product upon concentration of reactant is nothing but a Kc. So this is the equation or this is the formula which is the relationship between Kc and Kp. Means Kp is equal to Kc into RT delta N. All of you know R is a universal gas constant and having the value constant means 0.08206 liter atmosphere per Kelvin per mole. So this is the derivation in which we derive relationship between Kc and Kp. The next topic in this chapter, equilibrium constant for heterogeneous equilibrium. As a student, heterogeneous, lot of time I have explained you what is heterogeneous. Heterogeneous means the reaction in which reactant or product are involved in the reaction in different phase. For example, see here water liquid and again water gas. Reaction is reversible but in a heterogeneous condition. Now see the example of ethanol. This reaction is also reversible but it is in the heterogeneous position. Ethanol placed in a conical flask. All of you are aware about the conical flask. In your laboratory there is a conical flask. Okay, so ethanol is placed in a conical flask. Liquid vapor equilibrium is established. Liquid vapor equilibrium is established. Means liquid ethanol change into a gaseous ethanol. Liquid is changed into a gas. So such type of reaction in which different type of phases involved in the reaction, we have to find out the equilibrium constant for such type of reaction. Whenever we write the formula for Kc, so concentration of product means C2H5OH ethanol. Ethanol is also known as ethyl alcohol. This is the C2H5OH is ethanol or ethyl alcohol. So for this reaction, which is a heterogeneous reversible reaction, in this reaction Kc is equal to concentration of product upon reactant. Gaseous phase in the product and liquid phase in the reactant. But always remember liquid phase ethanol, the concentration of liquid phase ethanol always equal to 1. So what are the changing in the formula? The formula will become Kc is equal to concentration of ethanol in the gaseous phase. So in such type of method we can write the concentration we can write the constant, equilibrium constant for heterogeneous equilibrium. Same here, if we are taking iodine solid to iodine gas. So always remember solids or all the solids are the pure substance and having unchanging concentration means there is no change in concentration of solid. If there is no change in concentration of solid, so we cannot include this in the formula of Kc. So for this reaction, what is the formula of Kc? So there is no use of solid. Why? Because pure substance, solids are the pure substance and having unchanging concentration. So what is the formula of Kc? Kc is equal to concentration of I2 gas. So this is the topic equilibrium constant for heterogeneous equilibrium. I hope you understand today's topic. Next topic we will study in the next lecture. Thank you so much.